10% of truckers in Canada who aren't vaccinated are the great oppressed. So let's shut the whole damn country down.
Can I let me just make a slightly different point, although not an unrelated one, because it talks about, I want to talk about your point about Republicans, what Republicans used to be for. You've got Rand Paul, you got Ted Cruz, and you got, who's that guy with the little tiny hands that you always talk about?
The little bird hand. Very little hands.
Yeah. So those guys, this group, the truckers in Canada, right, which is a G7 country, a huge American ally, $1 trillion in trade across the border, their stated objective, however implausible, is to overthrow the Canadian government. That's what they're saying. They're insurrectionists. Insurrectionists, that's what they are. When has, in the past, Joe, have Republican politicians in the United States Senate ever stood up and declared their allegiance to an out front, declared insurrectionist group trying to overthrow the government, the duly elected government of an American ally? Like, when has that ever happened in the history of what, I guess, I'm not sure if they're still your party, but it certainly was once your party.
Republican Party.
But my point is, when have Republicans ever, when is that, and I pointed out only because, not because those guys are going to overthrow the government of Canada, but the sympathy with insurrectionists is now a thing in the Republican Party.
What did Kevin Williamson say? The right is having its hippie moment. They are attacking institutions. They are supporting insurrection against governments. They are saying that the United States military, they hate the military. They're saying the military is taking helicopters from Afghanistan and they're coming to America to kill Trump supporters. They're saying that the FBI is scurrilous and they're going to kick down doors and they're going to arrest people and drag them off for being Trump voters. They're saying all of this stuff. They are saying that nobody at any university can be trusted. I mean, why don't they just take over the president's office at Columbia University? This is a carbon copy cutout of what we conservatives reacted against in the 60s. This is what created Ronald Reagan, and now we've gone a full circle, and now they have become what they hated. I do have to ask one question, though, about the Liberal Prime Minister in Canada. Seriously. What? I'm sorry. If I'm a mayor or I'm a prime minister, your trucks get in my city street, they're not going to stay there a week. No, they're not going to stay. There's going to be somebody with a stick, and it's going to be banging on the window. It's going to say, you got one of two options. You can move this thing, or we're going to cuff you and take you to jail, and we're going to impound this, and we're going to fine your company.
Move it or lose it.
So move it or lose it or forget about. What about New York City? How do we think this would work on Fifth Avenue, Willie? And why, again, did Justin Trudeau wait so long?
Well, I think Eric Adams would handle that pretty quickly, as would the New York City Police Department.
So.
But the Biden administration did suggest publicly last week, hey, Trudeau, hey, Canadian government, it's time to do something about this. Stop sitting back. And that may be part of the reason that the Prime Minister finally stepped out.
Yeah, they were very clear. Like, nudge us along. Okay, democratic free expression, that's fine. Give this a day or so, but time to move it on. This is a major artery between Canada and the United States, the bridge in Detroit, the Ambassador Bridge there, and billions of dollars were being lost because of those delays, and it is time for this to move along. And finally, yesterday we have Trudeau invoking these rarely used emergency powers to try to bring this to an end, and we have heard reports of police going there and finally moving the trucks out.
I mean, and again, what conservative is for this? What true conservative?
The guy with little hands.
No, but he's not conservative.
Oh,
come on! Okay. If you're an insurrectionist, if you're supporting insurrection against the government, and you are purposefully trying to stop working class people from getting to their jobs, purposefully trying to hurt family restaurants, purposely trying to hurt family businesses, trying to hurt small business owners from getting supplies to and from across the way, there's nothing conservative about you. This is not conservative. But
it's convenient.
They haven't been for a long time, so I guess why am I surprised by this?
No, we shouldn't be shocked.
Again, this is exactly what we were supposed to be against.
And you're the one who says, don't be shocked. The shock opera must stop. Here's a story.
But those hands are so small. They're delicate.
I wish I had them. I have very big hands.
He's now selling mugs.
I wish that I had his
fundraising mugs with that image.
I'm covering my hands.
Raised
with
going into the Capitol. The little fist.
You know
he's fundraising. He's fundraising off that.
If he were a hand model, he would be a hand model for women.
No, actually, do you remember Kristen Wiig when she sang sang in that sort of
Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence Welk
Yeah,
with
Fred
the little
Armisen.
hands.
Yeah.
With Fred Armisen. That's what he looks
bubbles,
like.
just trying to pop the bubbles.
That's what we need to get that clip because that's what he looks like when he holds that
How about
hand out.
You guys, this has devolved.
He's selling mugs because he's so proud with that image on them.
Come on.
Saying this is what
With
I
the
want you to
little
know
hands?
about me. This is what I want you to remember about me, which is that I cheered on the attempted coup.
Moments before the insurrection. Moments before the
So when
insurrection.
you turn it around to the other side, does it have American flags bashing cops' brains in?
Yeah,
There it is.
It does actually.
Yeah. Does it? Yeah.
There's
And
a
he-
GIF.
he's proud
There's
of
like
that.
an animated thing that they
And
my God.
he's proud of that.
Yeah.
That is
And
There it
proud
is.
of that day when cops
There it is.
got their brains bashed in by American flags. Many thought they were going to die, and 2 committed suicide after because of
The trauma of it all.
The trauma and the horror of that day.
What a
What a
I'm gonna just-
what an
What a
interesting
tough guy.